Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to integrate with Azure Bot Framework and Lewis. With this, you can have a user communicate with a bot in one of these channels like Skype, Slack, or Facebook, and control what the bot will respond depending on the message, as well as take certain actions in your app depending on that message. You can have the bot join one of these channels, and then the user of that channel will send messages. You will receive those messages in your app. In this case, we're using Microsoft Lewis, a machine learning based service that allows us to detect the intent of the messages. With this, we can make the bot respond accordingly, as well as take certain actions depending on the intent of the message, like creating a new ticket or getting the last work order scheduled from the database. Now I will show you a couple of examples of the bot in action. I will start by saying, hi, I have a problem with the service. The internet connection is very slow. The bot will ask for the email to create the ticket, and we can now see the ticket in here as an example created just now. I can also ask when the next scheduled intervention is. The bot asks for the email here as well and responds accordingly. Now on Slack, we can see that the behavior is the same, whatever the channel you choose. I have a problem with the service again. The bot will ask for the email and create a ticket. Now I will show you how this works. We use an endpoint here. You will need this service to get the message that user sends and do something with it. In this case, we're receiving the message using Lewis to get the intent of the message. If it's a greeting, we'll go get the name and so that the bot can use it in its answer. Now we use this to decide what the bot will actually say. After that, the message will be sent with this service. We use this switch to change the response based on the intent that was detected. If it was a greeting, the bot says hello and the person name if the name was provided. If the intent was help, how can the bot help? And if the intent couldn't be perceived, the bot will say it didn't understand. In this case, the most important are these two: intervention scheduled or new ticket. We will save what the intent was so that when the email is given, in the identification, we will go get what the intent was, and depending on the intent, we will either create a new ticket or get the scheduled work orders for that customer. This will be given as a response, which the bot will send here. This send message action from Azure Bot Framework connector will send the message to the channel that you chose previously. Now for this to work, you will need to get the keys, the application ID and the secret key, as well as define the endpoint here, which will receive the messages. You will need to put the URL here. You will also have to define the channels here. You can add other channels or edit these. For some of them you will need application IDs or secrets. To get those, you can follow these instructions step by step. Going back here, if you click here, you will be taken to the bot. You can start communicating. The Azure application ID and secret have to be set as site properties in the eSpace of the connector. For Lewis, you will also need to set this application ID in the site properties. You will also need this endpoint and the authoring key. You can then define the intent that you want Lewis to detect, as well as provide some examples for it to know what to detect. You can also add entities like email and person name, which Lewis can detect within the intent. So, for example, the greeting, my name is, and then the person name, or the email in the case that we were using previously. And that's all.